How many times have you created a new version of yourself? Not in any dramatic sense. I'm not talking about selling everything and moving to a deserted island or quitting your job and betting it all on becoming a writer, although those things are certainly interesting too. I'm talking about something much smaller than that. Getting a new notebook, cleaning your desk, sewing a piece of clothing that makes you feel like you just stepped out of your favorite movie. A clean, inspired, brand new version of yourself. There are a few things that I appreciate as much as a fresh start. That crisp feeling where you know with some certainty that the old version of you is most likely still there. But as you open the pages of a new journal or put on something you spent real time making with your own hands, suddenly there are infinite possibilities in front of you. Whether that shift in reality is entirely real or not it's almost beside the point. Something opens up. The world feels a little more available than it did before. So, what do you actually do to get there? I always come back to a few things. First, you clean. Or at the very least, you organize. You go through your things. Look at what you haven't seen in a while, pare down, rearrange. There is something particular about that moment when a surface is finally cleared. The way the room feels suddenly larger and quieter than it did before. And those cleared surfaces and organized drawers create something in your mind too. A lightness that lingers long after the cleaning itself is done. That's why I think organizing is never just an activity you benefit from in the moment. It has ripple effects. Every time you come back to that space afterward, something of that fresh feeling is still there waiting for you. At least for a little while, until you mess it up again. The other thing I always come back to is a new notebook. I know it's cliche and I have more notebooks sitting around than I'd like to admit. But there is something about opening a book that hasn't been touched yet, one that hasn't been damaged by your previous unsuccessful attempts to become bright and inspired, that gives you a genuine second chance. You get to decide what this one is for. A sketchbook, a place to track your ideas, a record of something you're learning. I get excited just thinking about it. I've tried telling myself I can simply start fresh partway through an existing notebook and it will feel the same. But it never does. There is something about that unmarked first page that no amount of practical thinking can replicate. Makers have a particular advantage here, I think. The opportunity for a fresh start comes around over and over again with every single project. A new piece of fabric, a blank piece of wood, each one a different direction you hadn't considered before, a small door opening onto something new. And what I find particularly beautiful about making things is that nothing ever really ends cleanly. The scraps from one project becomes the beginning of the next. Fabric left over from a dress becomes a patchwork skirt. A dye bath produces more fabric than you planned for, and suddenly you have material for something you hadn't imagined yet. Every ending falls quietly into a new beginning, almost without you having to do anything. Materials move forward, nothing is ever truly finished, and nothing is ever truly wasted. Maybe that's part of why I find making things so endlessly compelling. It's not just the object at the end, it's the feeling of beginning, again and again, that never really gets old. There are many ways you can access this feeling. Someone else might go out shopping or take a trip. A new environment certainly has a way of opening the senses and making us feel different about the world and ourselves. A new relationship, a new friend can do the same. But sometimes that's hard to control, as much as cleaning your desk at least. Of course, there are infinite windows for this. A new year is wonderful, but limiting if you treat January 1st as the only option. The much better news is that a fresh start is available to you at any point. Any morning, any project, any drawer you finally get around to clearing out. You don't have to wait for anything. Though I've been thinking lately about what a fresh start actually is, underneath all of it. Because, you don't really become a new person when you open a clean notebook or finish a new dress or clear out a drawer. The same person walks into the organized room that walked out of the cluttered one. What changes is something more subtle than that. It's as if clearing the physical space clears just enough of the noise to let you see yourself a little more plainly. The fresh start isn't really about becoming someone new. It's about removing enough of what has accumulated around you to find who you already are underneath it. Which means in a way that every small reset is less a reinvention and more a kind of returning. Maybe this way of thinking is a little delusional. Maybe some of us are simply more drawn to this than others. But I like what it invites. I like knowing that each new project is an opportunity for a different direction. That a new piece of clothing can bring you just a little closer to your most authentic, best version of yourself. Even if that version of you was there all along.